that's because they've got them tills on. That's a good fish, that as well. That's a double.
Almost.
Right, do apologise for the break up in the coverage there, guys. That's Ryan on peg 21, just landed that. That's definitely a double. That took off like an absolute steam train. Clearly fishing worm.
I don't know what they're doing down there in the calf, but we're not getting a signal anymore. You might want to go and check the line, Sean.
Yeah, just make sure they haven't trapped anything.
You might shut the door and chewed the cable.
Yeah. Still live? Ish.
I think we are. It's just we've lost the signal so bad. It's a bit jumpy for anybody that's watching.
Yeah. Do apologise if it's dropping in and out. We've sent someone to have a look what the problem might be. See if we can get one caught wide. Kearney. So one there. There's those. Sure you didn't want to sit watching a float. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it. There you go, it's done his rig. Folded that one up. Been chucked on the bank, he's just got another one out. P. If you follow all them, you'll never go wrong apparently. The 7 Ps. I'm not going to say what they are because this is a friendly show. Andy Durr there hooking into the bank. Can't weigh that in, mate. You worry when he pulls that. Oh, there we go. You worry when he pulls that rig out a bit, and the water level goes down because it's pulled plug. Are they doing hooters for the all out as well? Do you know? You heard anything?
Probably will be.
Well, they need to. Well, they're going to need it up there in 2 minutes. That's the only reason I'm asking.
He's not got it because it's here.
Well, he's up there, isn't he? He's talking to Wall and whoever the other spotter is on that bank. I don't have Sarah's number, because they might have to shout the all out round there. Steve might have gone round to shout it. Wayne Kearney feeding that line. Notice with Wayne, he's going out once with a big pot, and then he's feeding every other time with yeah, Wayne's feeding once with a pot, and then the next time he's feeding by hand. Then he's going in with a pot, then he's feeding by hand. You know, he's obviously making a bit of noise, then not making a bit of noise. To Mike McGraw, not really. Not seen him have anything since that last fish. It's gone really, really, really quiet. And that's the all out for the juniors. Juniors and youth. So anyone that wants to watch the live weigh in for that, by all means go over to YouTube. Facebook even, because we're on YouTube. Sarah Taylor will be over there for Facebook, and obviously we've got the last hour, so we're going into the last hour of try and get some updates for you on what we think is happening around the lake. That, it's Tom Edwards. Now that, since we came round here before, that is the first fish, well, the first time I've seen Tom have a fish on. Now he's definitely winning that back lake, 100%.
I think he's got between 60 and 70 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else has got that on that lake.
No, nowhere near. I believe Warren's really struggled in that top corner, which, because of how Penn has done on this lake, you would expect the same with that, because it's, you know, we're still fishing to the far side. Wayne Kearney just hooked into one, yeah. So we lost that fish 5 minutes ago. He's put another rig on, got another rig out, should I say. He's back in and he's hooked into another fish. So they're certainly there. I'm not sure who that is in the midi on the other lake, but he's got one on as well. You can see it on the camera. But they've both got quite a bit of pole behind them. They've shipped quite a bit of pole back, so you know, maybe they're just fishing long edges. There we go, another fish for Wayne.
Oh, the big fish.
Yeah, it is. That's £8 that. Gotta be.
How many times have we said that now in front?
Yeah.
Tell you he's going to be moving up the
Yeah.
leaderboard
Good.
there.
I've got money on Wayne, so yeah,
6
please.
or 7 times you've said he's had
Yeah.
an £8 car.
Yeah.
Hasn't it? Again, we're not being keeping too much of a tally on these fish.
No. Certainly not. Certainly not. It's Wayne again feeding his swim. Andy Durr fishing a top kit to his right hand edge now. He's moved off the other edge line and he's a bit longer. The other one. I'll try and be a little bit more prepared next year, and I'll find out where the actual anglers are for, if they're sponsored, who they're sponsored by, and so on and so on. Ages, when they started fishing, any kind of information. It's good to know.
Nice to know who they'd beat to get to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
because Wayne and Mike are local to me, I know who they beat. You know, well, certainly in the last round to get through to the final, I know who they beat. But you know, someone like Mikey Williams, who's not, you know, I know of him. In fact, he beat.
You beat Matty Dawes at the elite.
That's
final.
it. Yeah, Matty Dawes. Yeah. Who won the Shropshire region, didn't he? And then Shropshire fished off against Wales. Just feeding that edge. He's gone for really close edges now, as Andy Durr. He was fishing longer before. He's fishing like 2+2 down his edge. He seems to have decided that he wants to fish a little bit closer. Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting. There's Sean on his way back. We'll send him off to see if we can get a bit of an update. Can you have a look at the board, Sean? I'll take a picture so we can.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I've just finished the junior match and they've fished really well up there.
Right, that's good because it was fishing hard early on.
Yeah. And I've just had a word with the spotter on the other side, and it looks like a sort of a bit of a battle between Tom Edwards and on next peg Luke Bamford.
Is Luke in the midi stuff? Is that Luke? On the opposite side?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is
so
indeed.
yeah, we've just seen them both, well,
Yeah.
from the back, both have a fish
We're
at
not
the same
too
time.
sure about the far end because the spotter ain't been able to see it that far up, but they're on about 60 pounds and battling it out.
Right,
Fish
okay.
for fish.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
minute.
They've literally just had one on at the same
Yeah.
time.
But apart from that, really slow.
That's encouraging from the juniors because I did a live earlier on Facebook with Sarah doing a bit of an update. She was doing an update for the juniors. Asked me to sit in on it, and I had a bit of an update for the main event. And it was hard. It was hard on the girls on the juniors. Started off really well. Steve's on his way back. Can't say he's going to have much information for us, but nothing more than what Sean has.
Pins on about 155.
Right, £155 for pen.
And it says Luke on this end is on 107. Well, I don't know whether he's had more than
Oh, I don't know because
Andy.
well,
guys. Yeah,
Andy's had quite a few.
yeah.
He's caught well, has he?
Podgy has been, you know.
Yeah, he's had a few good fish. So has Wayne Kearney.
Yeah.
So has Mike McGrath.
I've heard Mike McGrath's
Yeah.
caught well.
He has, yeah. They both have. Wayne's just lost a big fish. It's seen him off. So
Tom 80 odd, maybe.
Where? No,
Tom-
that's 60 odd, Tom Edwards.
Well, I've heard different.
Oh, right,
I've heard, Tom's told reckons he's got 80 anyway.
Oh, right. I just spoke to Wally.
Well,
yeah.
But him and Luke are sort of neck and neck at the minute.
yeah.
Luke started catching, Luke hasn't. Not too sure about the far end on the other lake.
No, I'm not. So you reckon Pem 155?
Yeah.
So potentially it's still.
Oh, it's still in there. It's still in. There's some big fish in there, Steve, as you well know.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
if these guys suddenly start.
Yeah, if they switch on.
The one thing we've been noticing with Wayne is just how many big fish he seems to have caught.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're only commenting about that.
Fucking canal angler, what's he doing fucking catching
Yeah,
big
he's a,
fish?
yeah, he's a bloodworm and joker angler, isn't he?
That's
Proper
what he's
angler.
caught on, isn't it? Two fucking joker on a fucking size 20. Eh?
Dropping down
No, I don't know what's going on.
What about Marcy Williams? Has he slowed down?
Don't really know. He's still catching, but not as regular, we believe. They've all come down into their edges. There's not one pole out in the water, or one long pole out in the water. We say that. Mikey Williams has got
He's
all
persevering with it, hasn't he?
is actually just hooked into a fish on the long pole.
Yeah, so we're talking.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah. Well, I can't.
Well, the juniors, it's fished really well in it. Young Max Owen, Northants boy. Just thought I'd get that in there. Are we live?
We are live.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Max Owen, I mean, is doing extremely well. Northants boy. Did I say it before?
You did.
He's got 40 something carp, so I don't know how.
Nice.
He's saying they're not big, but there's 3 or 4 people on the junior event that I'm hearing that have got well over £100.
But 40 fish at £3 a piece. You know, they don't have to be massive, do they?
No, they don't. But it'd be nice if they were as well.
Is that Mikey Williams? I think it is.
I tell you what I have noticed, that I went and watched it in the restaurant when I went and got you that drink. It looks really good watching it on the telly.
What, they're watching it on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's, it's on in the bar.
But what you're seeing here and what you actually see on the telly is quite good, and you know, it's without actually seeing the float going under. It's all right.
So, in fact, Steve, you'll know the answer to this. I was having a having a conversation before with Sarah Taylor.
Right.
Who is the oldest angler in the competition this year?
Well, I heard you talking about that over the live. Well, you wouldn't. I wouldn't want to bet against Andy Dare in that one, or
Really?
or Rob Dorber.
Great, Ken.
Well, yeah, Andy's been Andy's got to be.
Be kind to him here,
yeah,
Steve.
I don't know. He's got to be
More
getting.
experienced.
He's
than,
got to be getting closer to 70, surely.
Really?
Yeah, I would have thought so. I might be wrong there.
Right, okay. See, I thought Warren Martin,
I might be wrong.
because me and Sarah had this conversation and we were going on about, I think it's Warren Martin, I think Warren Martin's
Well, I don't
just had a
think
birthday.
Robin's much older than me, I wouldn't have thought. 32.
And Wayne Kearney, we were between them two, because we're having a discussion about who's the youngest and who's the oldest. And
Yeah.
we thought you might know.
So you were wrong about that and all.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately,
but I will make it my mission to find out.
Steve
Yeah,
Dawkes is officially the oldest here.
Yeah. And best looking.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That seems to have stopped catching down here now.
Yeah, because I've turned up.
Yeah. Can you go back to the bar, please?
Jonah.
Although since you've turned up, we've had a solid signal to stand still.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I'm acting as an aerial. My belly's acting as a big mast. It's got right quiet, hasn't it, since nobody's caught
Looks
a
like
fish alone.
Andy Power's in.
Yeah, so is, I don't know if that's Mikey Williams or the guy after him, but that's what I'm on now. And
Yeah, it's Mikey Williams who's landing it in his hand.
Any news on Skylark? Right,
That's frying up that one. Yeah. You ain't going to tell him, alright?
yeah, like Steve's just said there, they've stopped catching down in this, on this end now.
Andy Powell's just netted a fish. Craig's in.
One.
Craig's in as well, so they started catching middle of the lake now, middle to, well, far end of the lake really, second section, or first section it'd be, wouldn't it? Because this is section 4.
How odd's that? Like you had 3 fishermen down this end all catching fish at the same time, now they're catching nothing, and now exactly the same happened at the top end.
Yeah.
Fishing the net for Mikey.
Is it in the net? Doesn't look like it.
You miss it? No. Or is Pem on as well?
Pem's on as well, I think.
Yeah. That's Mikey.
No.
Oh, he's just lost one.
That's Pem shipping out, innit?
There goes the net. Yeah, he's got it.
There you go. That's in the net that time. That looks like he's going to go for a... Oh no, it's not.
It's not.
Missed it.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah. Oh, well, that top kit's bent over some.
Craig's still playing his.
That's Mikey Williams.
What's the Craig up to?
And here's Craig Kent, fishery owner. Runner of the fishery, I suppose, isn't he? And all his new fancy frenzy gear. There you go, Wayne Kearney's just upped into one as well. As we say, they've stopped catching at this end. Wayne clonks into one. On that short line again. You can see Steve going around checking his bait later for that bloodworm and joker, can't you?
That's in the net for Craig.
There you go, that's not very big, but listen, it's in the net, isn't it? Mikey, there's the man I've got my money on. Wayne Kearney. Andy Dare's into one as well. With Wayne Kearney on peg 19.
Pem's in, yeah, Pem's net
Pem's
fish.
into one, another one. He's gone long down that far bank again, hasn't he? Maybe that edge line isn't producing, or not producing as well as he thought it would, and he reckons the fish, or he's catching more. That's not a small fish that Andy Dare's got on either. That's proper plodding around. That's a good fish. That's another 7-8 pounder for Wayne Kearney. Come across to Andy Dare now on peg 20. Weird that, isn't it? 3 anglers have just had. That's Andy Power just landing another one as well. So we've had 3 anglers up there clunking to fish at the same time. They've literally landed theirs and 2 anglers down here. You know, really, and they've not had anything for a good 15 minutes. I'm glad we're stood still anyway with my calf, because it's...
Is it still giving you some
oh mate, yeah, I haven't even had a chance to book off my run tomorrow yet, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. I do have physio at 6 AM in the morning though, so I suppose that's a bit of a blessing.
That one is lumping about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's proper plodding.
I think Dale just had another one. I'm sure he just see his net going.
What's the name of Dale's fishery?
He's just moved to Marston Fields.
Marston Fields. Had a bit of a chat with him yesterday. Never met him before. Actually, quite a nice lad. To be fair, most of the anglers, last year it was the same. Everyone was on best behaviour and so on and so on. Sandy trying to snatch at that. That's quite. I tell you what, that's a double.
Looks it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's rolling over there.
No,
not
that's
quite.
7 or 8 again. No, it's not. It's Ryan. No, it's not Ryan, is it? Trying to remember names again now. Luke. Luke's just going on the method feeder on peg 21.
He's struggling to catch anywhere, isn't he?
He's weighing into another one there. He is. So as we finish watching one fish be land, Mr. Kearney next to him on peg 19 hooks into another one on that short line.
Pem's in, I think, yeah.
Yeah. And what Pem will probably get his in before Andy. That's Pem, right up at the top end of the lake. Red and black top on. Oh, Mikey Williams is into one as well. They're going fish for fish at that top end. It's quite hard, what's the length of this lake? 2 football pitches?
Nearly.
Yeah, it's not far off. It's a long old lake and it's hard to see.
That's a nice fish, is Andy.
Oh, Wayne Kearney, that's a double. That's a big fish, that, yeah. That's over £10.
Pem's is in.
Yeah. And I think Mikey's in as well. He just smiled at us at the camera. Who's that next to him? Shipping back now in the black and red, this side of him.
What did he say?
Mikey Williams.
What did he say his name was?
I can't remember.
Sorry, it's...
Danny Maxfield. He's just had one as well. Only a small fish. Mike McGrath's just had one.
Yeah, that came in quick.
Yeah.
For a big fish.
There's Craig Kent in the shot now. Craig's really struggled today.
Yes.
Really struggled. I bet he was wishing he hadn't spent that £400 on tickets now. Listen, fair play to the bloke. He took a chance and it worked for him, didn't it? Yeah. Kearney's having a bit of an issue there. Don't know whether he's snarled his rig up there with that fish. Back up that top end. Pam and Mikey. Top end of the lake. Pegs 11 and 12. No, Pem's on the peg that Stuart Fotheringham was on last year. I can't remember who was on 12. Top of my head. I'm pretty sure it was that Wayne's had. He's sorted that out now. Right there. Looks like that fish might have. Yep. Danny Mansfield into another one. It only looks small. Fishing down his edge. Oh yeah, skimmer or a roach, but listen, they all count, don't they? The only problem with where Penn is there, he can't see what's going on the rest of the lake. Because he's set back that little bit.
Yeah.
You've got that little bit of a
Everything's
it
almost
steps
behind
out,
him, isn't it?
everything's behind him. Well, you've got that bump that comes out, so Mikey might be able to see what's going on to his right, but Pem won't be able to see a thing. He won't have a clue. He'd be relying on people, you know, maybe he's on the phone to people or whatnot, I don't know. Is he? That's Mikey Williams just upped into a skimmer. Definitely a skimmer the way that jumped out the water anyway. Again, not seen these two have anything again. They've had that one fish and then they've just, you know, same with Wayne and Andy and Mike. You know,
Seems to be happening like lately.
yeah,
One or two fish,
as he says it.
as he says it.
Wayne Kearney strikes into another one. And trust me, you can bet it's about £7. But they genuinely are about that size. You know, it's not. I think the average stamp is about £8 in here.
Andy Powell's just about to net one.
Let's go and have a look at power. Let's see if we can get him. Where is it? He's further up from that, isn't he?
That's straight in. Hook
Well, that's
and
Dobby
out,
Man.
isn't it? Hook and that. Oh, Dobby Man's in as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got him on camera now. Yeah, I got to him before I got to Andy.
And Andy literally, the hook came out of the net and he just dumped it straight and he's kicking it.
So look at these. Who's that? Who's the other side of Dobbin Man? This side of him, because his elastic's just pinged out right the way across the shot.
Yeah, is it Rob?
Rob. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Dorber.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Rob's just upped into one as well. If he didn't lose it. No, he lost
Yes,
it.
lost
He's
it.
lost it. But Dobbin Man's still got his on.
Wayne Kearns must be a big fish because that's still pulling.
Is it still
elastic.
pulling? Yeah, they're bigger fish than what Wayne's used to, as Steve Dork said before. That's £6 from Dale. Mike McGrath into one as well.
Sun's finally come out.
Yeah, we're on the wrong side of the lake now.
Yeah. In the shade.
It's Tom into one.
He's only tried the sections on.
Yeah, that's one thing.
No.
No, he's
I
not.
think he's just landed one,
Oh, has he?
and he's probably going out to feed.
Good spot in that. Oh, that's a lump that Kearney's got on, isn't it? That's proper going. Gonna have to put some sections on if it keeps running that. Poor Luke's stopped catching on peg 21. He's sat on the method for probably 15 minutes there. He's like enough's enough with that.
He's going to go shallow down his long edge again.
Yeah.
Andy Powell's fish had just come in. That looks like a decent-ish fish.
Mike McGrath landing his. It's another one. Andy Power, as usual, you get to him, the fish is already in the net and it's already dumped under. So yeah, Andy Power's starting to catch now as well. There's Wayne Kearney, he's had that on a few minutes, hasn't he?
At least, yeah.
We've been and watched two other fish be landed in the time that, you know, he's upped into it. We've been and watched someone else, and then that's Rob into one, is it? Next to Mike. Yeah. Not sure where he's up that one from. Wasn't watching. That's Some fish Wayne's got on, I hope that's in the mouth. I would have thought so.
Rob just missed landing that first time.
Yeah.
He's got it that time, mate.
That's £6.
Craig Kent's into one.
Oh, they've turned up for Craig at last in that edge. Unfortunately, I don't want to really come off Wayne because I think this is quite a big fish.
It's either big or it's foul looked.
Yeah. Got half an hour left. Ah, that's in the mouth, that. That's in the mouth, that, from Wayne, definitely.
You got a look at that, did you?
Yeah, sure did. Craig's still playing
Still
his
playing
fish.
his fish, yeah.
Pem's on his way back out. It's like a different day now.
It is. Well, you look out there and it does look really nice.
Well done, Wayne.
Well done, Wayne. Yeah, that's a...
That's not small, that's double. Oh, that's a lump.
Craig's still playing his. That might be a decentish fish. He's in there.
What for wet for Craig?
Craig, he's in there.
That Pem into another one. Let's just put it in the net.
Information there from Steve telling that Andy Dare is 64 years young.
64.
You don't look it.
And speaking of devil, he's just clunked into one. There he is. So we actually reckon that Andy Dare might be the oldest angler in this year's competition. It was, in fact, he was on the same peg. No, he wasn't. He was on the peg back to him. It was Dave Pimlott was the oldest angler last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He was on peg 2.
so Andy Dare is still not as old as Steve Dorksey.
No, Steve's still the oldest here. He'd be glad to know. He'd be sat in the bar chuckling to himself now. It's nice they've put it on in the sports bar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean it is a bit chilly up here, maybe for some people.
Yeah, and that rain early on.
Yeah.
You know,
If they can sit in there in the dry and.
They'll be happy. Craig will be happy because they'll be taking some money behind the bar. I'll tell you what, that fish is pulling. Wayne Kearney into another one as well. Yeah, that's Wayne into another one. Nate McGrath's into another one. My God, it's all going off at this end of the lake. So I'm guessing he sent that because that's officially the oldest angler on the match, I'm guessing, from Steve.
Let's just put it in the chat there, in the live chat.
Yeah.
Mike has got his in.
That's £5-6. Mike McGrath.
And he's in. Oh, so is Wayne.
That's another 8 from Wayne and from Andy.
Fish for fish.
Yeah, literally landed at the same time. So it's certainly hotting up, especially if these fish are bigger than what Pem's been catching. These two here are proper catching, you know, even Mike, you know, proper catching him up.
Dale's in by the looks of it.
Dale Dobbin, man. Where is he? Power. No, he's not like Mike McGrath. Andy Power's in. Luke on peg 21's gone down into his edge. Obviously nothing happening.
It's strange because they turned up in that swim last year just on a 2+2, went straight in front of him, if that.
Yeah. And he did catch some down the edge, roughly where he's fishing now as well. That fish that Andy's got on's pulling a bit as well.
Dale still ain't got his, you know.
No, he's not, no. I think they've literally upped at the same time. I think Wayne Kearney's gone a little bit further out, you know. Is there a reason for that?
Sometimes they sit off the feed, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
They back off it a bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, Luke's into one.
Oh, yep.
First put him down his edge.
Yeah.
I wonder if it turned up.
Well, we've got 25 minutes to go.
Yeah, have a go, son.
Still live with Andy Power.
And Dale's still playing his fish as well. Dale's in. He ain't dobbed many today.
No, he's not. He's definitely not been dobbing.
Wayne's in again.
Yeah. Luke's just landed his. That's £5 or £6. Andy Power's still playing his. This must be a big fish because we know how quick Andy is at getting fish in. He's rapid.
Is it Mike? Michael's in as well.
Are we live?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're live, mate.
All this is telling me is that Southerners are better angler than anglers than
Oh,
Northerners.
here
isn't
we
it?
go. Here we go.
Hey, Zach, Pem. Hey?
It's not over yet, mate.
No, it's not, is it?
Look,
But
all
it
three
looks that.
are on at the same time. Yeah.
Mike
It's
McGrath
amazing
again.
how Luke's got quiet, but those three, it's like the fish have definitely moved away. And
Yeah, yeah.
they're having some right. It's a shame
Yeah.
it didn't come a bit.
Earlier.
If you take Pem out of the equation, it's actually a really bang-on fishing
I think
match.
you'll
isn't
be surprised.
I think you'll be
how-
surprised
how
because
much
these
they've got.
fish are bigger than what Pens are.
I know Pem's a long way in front, but I think you'll be surprised. You know, I bet a couple of these got a long ton now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of them, like you say.
Wayne Kearney's had eight fish for easily £80. 10 fish for
He's had
easily
some
£80.
units, hasn't he?
Yeah.
From what they're saying, no?
That's nowhere near as big.
No. Andy Power's still playing his. This must be a big fish because, yeah, it's £5 from Wayne Kearney, that.
And I say, amazing how Luke looked at one stage how he was going to go and it was only going to get better and better. And now he's actually fishing further and further away from the corner.
Yeah. He's actually been in that corner slapping, trying to encourage them, but...
Sat on the method for a good 10
Yeah.
minutes and didn't have a knock.
Yeah.
Would he have been better off if he'd have been on...
The next peg up.
Yeah.
I think so. That's £6 for Andy Durr. Mike McGrath's still playing his
And you were
fish.
looking for the oldest competitor, weren't you, really?
Yes, we were, yeah.
Well, I can confirm that Andy's 64 anyway.
Yeah.
So
So is he? I said
still not as
65.
old as you then.
Nowhere near, no. Nowhere near as good looking, obviously.
Andy Powers now stood up this.
He nearly had that in the net.
He did, yeah, I
missed it,
did
he
see
thought,
that.
right.
That's £5 from Wayne Kearney. Easily. Mike's still got his on peg.
Well, Mike's had plenty of fish as well, hasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
He's might be pushing Luke as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I tell you what, this is a big fish that Andy Powers got on as well. Dobbin Man's just had one. We know how fast Andy is, and he's tucking it. That's a double. That's not far off. If it's not,
That's not a double. There's only one of them, mate.
yeah. Dobbin Man there with a silver.
That's a big old silver.
No, he's not, has he? Bless him. I just said before on the live, I bet he wish he hadn't spent that 400 quid now.
Michael's still playing his down
To
there.
come and humiliate himself, eh?
Yeah,
His own venue.
yeah. Here's Mikey Williams. Not Mikey Williams, Mike McGrath. He's had his on for a bit as well. So this.
And Luke's in again. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
come to his left and started to.
That's where Zach caught. Yes, last week he caught in front of him and down to that bare bank in there.
He got on the bet down to him, but in the end he caught 2
In
plus
front
2,
of him,
didn't
yeah.
he, like?
Yeah. Well, they all did, didn't they? They moved
Yeah,
down
yeah.
because if you remember, Rob Swan started with him, then they moved down to Bert,
Yeah.
and then they moved down to Zach, didn't they?
20 minutes remain. Who's going to be this year's winner?
Tell you what, shall I go down and weigh the gym? Go and see what
Probably
they're
nearly done, Steve. Hopefully.
doing. Go and,
Show your face.
The trouble is they want to come down here, but not before the end of the match. So
Yeah,
they
that's-
want to hold them off there till 5 and then let them through.
Yeah,
Yeah. So go and sort that
that's
out.
£8 from Mike McGrath. That's on his short line. It's 2 plus 1. That's one big ball of maggots gone in. Yeah. He says one's enough.
If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and like us.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Press the bell every time we go live.